Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. If you are returning, you already know it. You are fabulous. All right, guys, so today's video, this is an easy fall Dollar Tree DIYs video. So I have got 4 or 5 different really cute DIYs in store for you guys. These were so simple to make, absolutely too stinking cute, and I cannot wait for you guys to see these. So let's just jump right in. Okay, so for this first DIY, I have got some of the berry garland. I also have 2 of these little baskets. Now, they say weaving straw plate. There are 3 different styles of this. All I did was take this little basket, add some hot glue around the rim, and glue the other basket directly on top of it. So stinking easy, guys. I did use a little bit of hot glue to go around the edges and just make sure that it was very well glued together. Now, once I had that done, I decided to take a little bit of twine and cover up that seam where we had glued the 2 together. Now, the twine just blends in with this so seamlessly. You literally almost cannot tell that the twine is even there, for heaven's sakes, but it really made this look finished. It just gave it a much more finished look. So I did just take my hot glue and go all the way around the edge of that seam and add my twine. Now I'm going to take 3 of these short little dowels and I'm going to glue the 3 of them together to make a stem for our little pumpkin that we're making. I did use some antique wax just to stain the dowels a little bit. I thought that that darker wood color against the straw basket would look really nice. So I just made a hole in the very top of it with my scissors. I did have to cut it just a little bit, but I mean just barely a little bit. That way they would fit in there nice and securely. I did add a little bit of hot glue around the edges just so I knew it would stay. And then I'm going to take that berry garland and I'm just going to twist it around it a few times and then twist it around a pen or pencil, whatever you have, to make the little curly cues for my pumpkin. So stinking easy. Now, I grabbed a few different stems of leaves that I had. These are just some eucalyptus leaves. Glued those down, and look at how stinking cute this little pumpkin is from the Dollar Tree, you guys. Okay, so for this second DIY, I have got 2 of these good chunky pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. Now, I started out trying to just peel the paper off, and part of it came off really easily. And then I grabbed my Cricut tool and started trying to kind of pry it off. Well, I could not get it off for nothing. So I decided to wet down some rags and lay those wet rags over the top of it. I let them sit for a good 5 or 10 minutes. And then I was able to literally just scrape the paper right off. Now, on the places that I could not get that top layer to come off before I put the rags down, was a little harder to get off, but I eventually got it. But if you just get it good and wet, it will come off like butter. I mean, check it out. It's just literally scraping right off. Super simple. And like I said, the bits that didn't get like a lot of the rag because it still had that top layer, I was able to eventually get it off. So don't worry, it will come off. Now, I have got Sage by Waverly along with Antique White by Apple Barrel. I'm just going to paint one with obviously the apple barrel paint and then the other one with the Waverly. That Waverly color sage is absolutely my favorite. I think it is such a pretty color. Oh my goodness. But anyways, like I said, I just painted these up. And now once I get my paint on there good and like my second coat, I'm going to go in with some antique wax and I'm just going to create those lines that you see in a pumpkin naturally. So while my paint is wet, you guys, the sage paint is still wet, and then I'm able to just go right over the top of it with my brush. So simple. If you take away too much, you can add more. If to add too much, you can take it away. But like I said, I want that paint good and wet, so I'm adding some more of that apple barrel to my other pumpkin, making sure that it's good and moving around. And then I'm going to go in with the antique wax, just like the other one, create my lines. Super simple, guys. This is so easy to do. You cannot mess this up because it doesn't really matter how the lines go. Once you've got that antique wax on there, add a little paint to your brush and then go right over the top of that. Just up and down motion right over the top of it. And check out how pretty this pumpkin turns out, you guys. Oh my goodness. Now, I have that little fall sign, Hello Fall, from the Dollar Tree. I stained it with a little bit of antique wax. And then I just simply super hot glued. I don't know why I thought super glue, but I just simply hot glued it to my pumpkin. I used my heat tool to get rid of any of the little hot glue strings that were on it. And then I'm going to take this rub-on transfer that I absolutely love. I think it is the prettiest rub-on transfer that Dollar Tree has put out. It's literally my favorite rub-on transfer. And I'm going to transfer this to my other little pumpkin. Now, I don't know what I did wrong here because I've used this transfer several times on several different projects, and look at how it did, you guys. It was like where the parts were that I wanted to be on there were taken off the paint. It was literally taking the paint off of my pumpkin. It was just, I don't know. I don't understand what happened, but I completely messed up with the rub-on transfer. So I took a little bit of sandpaper, sanded down my Hello Fall, and then I sanded down the sides of the pumpkins. I sanded down the sides of the cream color pumpkin. And what we're going to do is just change it up. I really wasted my time sanding it, but I did go over the top of it with that sandpaper so that I could go back with some of this peel and stick wallpaper, you guys. So I just laid it right over my pumpkin, super duper simple, stuck it down. That stuff is very sticky. It's super easy to use. And then I just used sandpaper to take off any of the excess. So simple. And this turned out super cute. Now, I really wanted that rub-on transfer to be on there, but this was a perfect alternative. So I took a little hot glue, added it to my stem on the back, and then I added a little bit of twine. I'm just going to wrap my stem in that twine just for one extra little detail to this pumpkin. I'm also going to add some of the berry garland to my pumpkins to look like the little, I think they're called tendrils is what's on a pumpkin. I think that's what they're called. Anyways, and I'm just going to wrap that right around the stem. Super simple. And guys, these turned out so stinking cute. I love them as a set. I think they're so pretty together, but I love that they stand up on their own. That's the best part. along. If you blink, you will miss this one. That's how simple it is. All right, so I grabbed these pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. Now, they do have a little light mechanism in them. You can put batteries in them. But I wanted to take these completely apart. So I just pulled the material completely off of it. I did cut that material away from the little light part so I could save that and use it if I wanted to. But all we're going to do is literally take the material off of these pumpkins and use them just the way they are. There are so many different things that you could do with these little pumpkin forms, you guys. They are so perfect. I love them. Anyways, like I said, you put batteries in it, the light works, whatever. So I grabbed some Arteza paint in the color Burnt Sienna, and I just dabbed this with a sponge brush all around here, there, and yonder on these little metal pumpkins. So stinking easy, you guys. That's all I did to these, literally. And then I put a little tea light in the bottom, and look at how stinking cute these are. You can barely even see them, but they're super cute. All right, so this next one is almost as simple as the last one, but it requires a few more steps. So I grabbed some of these cute little pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. I have a set of the wooden apples, and then I also have this wood piece that I got at the plus section for $3. First thing I'm going to do is just take off the sticker, take off the hanger, make sure that that's all completely gone from the back. I'm then going to take these little apples, take my pliers, and pull the stem out of the end of the apple. Super easy. I'm then going to take my little apples, add some hot glue to them, and glue them down to my little wood piece. So simple. This little wood piece turns out super cute. It's such a cute little tray. It's so simple, but definitely turns into a cute little tray or riser or whatever you want to call it. Yes, I dropped the apples twice. I totally burnt my hand, dropped it on the table the first time, and then I dropped it in my hand the second time. So anyways, whatever. Now, I used some antique wax on the wood piece, and I'm going to be using sage, celery, elephant, ivory, and the antique wax. Now, I did not end up using the elephant, I believe it was. I used the sage, the celery, and the antique white. That's what I ended up using. No. I didn't even use the antique white. I left the white pumpkin just like it was and painted the other two pumpkins. So I just painted them with the original colors and then added a little bit of the antique wax to the stem and also to the little grooves. Check them out. Too stinking cute. I added some lamb's ear to this, and I love it. Alrighty, guys. So this last one, I took one of these little sets of pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. Now, this is super cute, just like it is. And one of the wood cutout pumpkins, also from the Dollar Tree. Now, what I'm going to do is take my little wood pumpkin and I'm going to stain it with some antique wax. You could paint this, you can stain it, you could do however you wanted to do it. So what I decided to do was, since I stained it, I wanted to create some lines. I wanted some ticking stripes on this. So I just used some washi tape to create my lines. I made sure that it was good and stuck down. And then I'm just going to use a little pouncer brush to apply my paint. So I'm just pouncing it on, up and down motions. I used a heat gun to dry it. And then I'm going to go and peel it off. How satisfying is that? Now, once those lines were dry, I went back over them with my washi tape once again, and then created that center line. So simple, so simple. Look how stinking cute. Now, what I decided to do, I liked it like this, but I wanted one across the top. So I taped it off across the top, and I'm just going to add that second set of ticking stripes, just so it looks, I don't know, I just felt like it made it look more finished. It made it look more like it was supposed to be there. You know what I mean? Anyways, once I had that completely done, I just wrapped my stem with a little bit of twine. I added some leaves on the side, added some hot glue to the back of my two little pumpkins, glued that to my larger pumpkin, and then I'm going to grab one of these picture frame backings that I always save when I do projects like this. I always save those backings, add that to the back of this, and check out how stinking cute this is. That was so simple, and it makes such a statement now. I just love it. For today. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I love putting together fall DIYs for you guys. I absolutely love fall. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a summer girl. I love summertime. I love the warm weather, but I also love fall. So anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it with your friends and family, and subscribe. That would be awesome. Plus, hit that notification bell so that you will know each time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for being here with me, and y'all have a blessed day.